Here comes
another great hour of music
on Harbour Radio.
This is Venessa McLean representing for David Sir Reggae Freestone on Reggae Time, Harbour Radio 107.4 FM.
It's reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time. Reggae time.
Your rubber dub machine. Your reggae machine. That tune you're gone.
Now we've got some gospel and reggae coming up a little bit later on with Venessa McLean. Now, Venessa McLean, be talking to Venessa very shortly. I'm going to play a gospel track first of all from Venessa, and this is Lord Remind Me.
When my head becomes so full and my heart is so puffed up, just remind me, dear Lord, of your love. At times I feel like David and I'm standing before Goliath. Just remind me slow that giant down, Lord, remind me. Please remind me, Lord, remind me. Please remind me of your strength. All over And when my problems overwhelm me and I feel like giving up, I stand on your words. At times I feel like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the midst of the fire. But just remind me, oh Lord, that the fire won't burn me. Please remind me. Just remind me, oh Lord, that you promised never to leave me, oh, not forsake me, oh, blessed our Lord. God, remind me. Please remind me, Lord. Lord, remind me. Please remind me of your strength. All who are Remeleti Agoroi. Every moment, every minute, please remind me of your strength. Give me grace for the race and remind me to have a faith. Give me peace and your courage and your guidance every day. Lord, remind me, please remind me of your strength. Nick the Gogo Ram, Lexi, Akbauray, Fumini, Oreo Furay, give a Lisa, Espreay, Fumini, Alafia, Lady Jack, Baba me, much way for Ore, Lord, remind me, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers of iniquity, against spiritual wickedness in high places. But take courage in the fact that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous ran into it and they are saved. God has spoken once. Power belongs to God. Power belongs to God. Power belongs to God.
First of all, many thanks for taking time out to talk to me.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on your program, Sir David Reggae Freestone.
Thank you. Now, we're going to go right the way back now to test your memory now. When did you first realise that you enjoyed singing and performing?
I think since I was born.
Right.
Well, that's a bit way back, but I'm born into a family of musicians.
Right.
My daddy's a Grammy-winning artist. He wrote Rubber Dub Partner by Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah.
So he sung. He writes songs.
Yep.
He's one of the best bass guitarists there was back in his day.
Yep.
And he played the keyboard, and he also produced as well. So I'm from a musical family.
Yep.
So there is like no way that I would not be in music. So I was expected to be in music.
Yeah.
And I recognized that I had a singing voice, always singing.
So it was inevitable that you would end up singing yourself. So were there any other artists that you were sort of listening to in those early days?
Oh, yes. My mom, she loved music, and she liked Shirley Caesar.
Yeah,
She liked the Grace Thrillers, mainly church persons.
Yeah.
And I am on my own. I loved it like Bob Marley. I like persons like Luther Vandross,
Yeah.
So I've got my own set of beat persons that I really love.
Yeah.
Shirley, Bob Marley, I love Michael Jackson as well. Good old Michael Jackson. Gladys Knight. I grew up listening to Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to those persons, those singers. And back in my country, you had some, you had some of the kind of DJ artists, like you had Muma Nancy, and you had some, you had Rita Marley, you had Marcia Griffiths, Carleen Davis. So, I always found those people to be cool. I admire their strengths, their singing, and the gifts that God had given them.
Yeah, all wonderful artists. So how did you actually get to make your very first recording?
My first recording of a song was Footsteps.
Yeah.
That song, My Footsteps Were Ordered by the Lord.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've always had a musical calling, for one, and a multifarious calling, because I went and I read for a degree and a master's in law.
Yes.
And so I just felt, because in your call, when you're called to do God's work, you just know it.
Yes.
And you'll always have persons in your way trying to be negative at you, and that was my first song. And I just got up one morning, and that song, My Footsteps Were Ordered by the Lord, it just kept playing in my ear. The chorus part of it, my footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. And I just recognized that, the Most High was saying something to me. So I sat down, and it wouldn't stop playing. And then I started playing around words, and, I was getting instructions like your life, look at your life, where your footsteps are. And I think coming from my background and so on, I wasn't expected to go so far academically, but I think it's aligned with God's purpose in my life. So I wrote the song from that slant, So I went into the studio because it wouldn't stop playing, and I said, I'm going to go into the studio, but because I gone and done studies, I used to ask like my brother, do you know anyone that builds a rhythm? And they would like laugh at me, like, what are you planning to do with your degrees? Surely you should be managing the rest of us. And so no one, they wouldn't tell me. So I went to Reverend Don McDowell. I met him at Rebel Salute with one of my uncles. I said, do you know anyone who builds a rhythm? And he says, this fella called Question Brown. But he doesn't build rhythms for everybody. But, since you're Ranchie's daughter, Ranchie McLean's daughter, I'm sure he would help you. And he's a good friend of mine. So I went into the studio, and I took tippy-toed and went there. I didn't tell anyone I was going, anyone else apart from, because they were all laughing. You're going into music too. And I went and I said, I've got a rhythm for you to build for a song. Yeah. And he looks at me, he says, I don't build rhythms for everybody. And I says, you know what? I'm under duress to be here. Because I went and did a degree, and the songs wouldn't stop playing in my ears. So the quicker you build this song, this rhythm, and the quicker I do this one song, the quicker I'm going to be out of here. So then we don't have to worry about who doesn't build rhythms for who, and I don't really have to be doing anything else after this one footsteps song. So we build a rhythm, and he builds me a reggae rhythm. I thought, a reggae rhythm? Even though you're from Jamaica, coming from a very strong Christian background, it when I used to be singing on the choir, reggae never used to be sung in the church.
No.
So I'm like, I've always wanted to do this. I've even gotten in trouble for leaving the church choir to go sing reggae. Now, what's the problem? So I put this rhythm down for about 8 months.
Yes.
And I'm like, reggae, rhythm, gospel. Then I just started singing on the rhythm, and it was just going on. So I went, and the same Reverend Don McDowell, he mixed the song, Run Dwyer mastered it. Mama's Prayer escaped in release before it.
Right, yeah.
Because that one was dedicated to my mom, and the mixing of footsteps took, a bit so long.
Yeah.
It took a while because, Reverend Don McDowell is very thorough. So that was it. And after finishing that one, then the other songs just kept playing, and I'd type them up and write them down, and they would just play and play if I didn't write them down. So I just recognized, hang on a minute, this is a calling. So I got to carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Try to block my progress. They have tried to block my path. They have tried to destroy my future. But in every circumstance, yeah, I got peace and confidence, yeah, that my footsteps, they are ordered by the Lord. Blessed will to love and conquer ill. My footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. Don't you try to block my progress. Don't you ploy to block my path. It's not in my hands, and it's yours. Footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. Oh, my footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord, yeah, to do His blessed will, to love and conquer ill. My footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. Of God, my footsteps, they were hidden for a reason, uncovered in God's season, unleashed upon the earth to do His blessed will, to love, yeah, and conquer all the ill. To do His blessed will, to love and conquer ill. My footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. Oh, my footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord, yeah, to do His blessed will, to love. Footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. My footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord. My footsteps, they were ordered by the Lord.
So have you got a lot planned in the future then, musically?
Oh yes.
You're going to do a lot more recordings, yeah?
Oh yes, because I've got 250 songs written down.
Oh goodness.
And these songs, I've got one EP coming out called Mama's Prayers.
Yeah.
Of which Footsteps is one of that because that EP is inspired by my mother, because when I went and studied, it's a funny thing, she always said you should do the gifts that God gives you.
That's
you
right.
know, go and do the gifts and obey your calling.
Yes.
And that one's dedicated to my mom, and it's gospel songs. And then I've got a non-gospel EP coming out called Love. It's got rainy love. It's got soft love. It's got crazy love.
Right.
It's got self-love, and love don't work like that.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of R&B, reggae music, and, you know, contemporary music. The one that you like the most, the story behind it, is a crazy love. It's about an uptown woman. Well, I don't know if you call that in England. What do you call it? Upper class woman. Who falls in love with this Rastafarian man.
Right.
And all hell breaks loose with the social clashes. And the woman almost had to run away because the clashes.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that one.
So that's crazy love, and it's got a DJ part of it. So it's got a part of it where somebody comes in and they do like a dancehall kind of DJ thing, and it's got kind of James Bond like rhythm because it's a real story. That song called Crazy Love. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear this. Have you got any performances coming up at all?
Yes, I've got some performance in New York and one in Canada. So I'll keep the press posted as to where these performances will be coming up soon. Yeah. And I've got something lined up in Jamaica for November as well. But you can keep on my Facebook, which is VENESSA MCLEAN, Venessa McLean on my Facebook, or Venessa Gardenia on Instagram.
Right.
And I've got a YouTube channel, which is Venessa McLean. Yep. And my Facebook music page is Venessa McLean Music. So I will keep you posted. Subscribe to my channel, send me a friend request, and you will see more about my travel dates and schedules.
That's really good. What do you actually think of the music industry at the moment? Is it good? Is it easy to get your music heard out there?
It depends. As I say, I think maybe it's a very good question, because it really depends on who you are.
Yeah.
For me, it seems I knock on somebody's door and they say, "Who is this?" They say, "Oh, it's Ranchie McLean's daughter. He was a Grammy artist."
Yeah.
They are more inclined to think that, okay, the father was some kind of special one.
Yeah.
Then we would want to hear what you have to say. But generally speaking, for young artists, it's good for persons like you, good for people like yourselves. We're very thankful because it can be a hard road.
Yes.
It can be a hard road to get yourself heard. But with the advent of the Instagrams and the Facebook and so on, you can get yourself out there. But in terms of the radio and that, it can be quite difficult. Frankly speaking, I think Jamaica, for example, if I look at the young artists in Jamaica, I myself, I was involved in producing, being an executive producer, assisting, one artist to get their music out there. Very talented. But, and that's why I think when I said this order, because I went and read and did a degree, I sort of understand business management and some other disciplines that would help me to be able to package and present myself more. But for those who do not have the benefit of that, I think there needs to be some kind of a hub for young musicians to produce them and to help market them, because it is an industry and there is a need for good music, but it's just the way the system is set up to get yourself out there. It can be it can be difficult. It can be difficult. But for me, gratefully I can say God has been ordering my footsteps and He has been leading me in the path that I must go. And for persons like yourself who has programs, who you're keen and you have an interest in developing young artists. I'm very grateful for persons like yourselves, that are there and have an open door, because God knows that we need more of that, because there is so much beautiful music locked up because people are not able to access the media.
Quite true. Now, have you got any messages to your fans out there and for all those people that support you and have supported you in your music?
Oh yes, I'd like to say big up to Carr. He is one person who has helped me so much with my music, and I'd like to big up Reverend Don McDowell. I would like to pick up all my friends out there, all my friends who have been promoting me and been pushing me forward, you know, and so on. I have to thank them so much for all their help and all my supporters and fans, because had it not been for persons around me who are propelling me to just go forward, because you've got a good talent, you know. I'm thankful to them. I'm thankful to them, and I'm thankful to you as well, and all the listeners out there. And one thing I would say to them: your footsteps have been ordered by the Lord, and walk in the gifts and the calling and the talent that the Lord has given you. Walk into your calling and obey God.
Yeah. Thank you so much again for taking time out to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
And thank you. Thank you. And I should say before going, I've got one song dedicated to Marcus Garvey as well. That's just a single. It's not in any of these EPs that I'm going out there soon.
Right. Okay. Looking forward to that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. You take care. Bye-bye.
My precious mama, beautiful mama. Ain't no love like a mother's love. It ain't no pride like a mother's pride. No one could ever stop your pride. Oh, it's the greatest pride. You pray for me, you pray for me, yeah, yeah. You pray away my doubts and fears. You pray my visions into reality. You pray for me, you pray for me, yeah, yeah. You pray away my doubts and fears. You break my visions into reality. You gave my life, you gave my love. The greatest gift you gave was Christ, powerful and victorious. Mama, mama, godly mama. I'm the seed of a righteous one, so blessings always follows me. Your prize availeth much, mama. The gates of hell could never prevail. You prayed for me, you prayed for me, yeah, yeah. You prayed away my doubts and fears. You prayed my visions into reality. You prayed for me, you prayed for me, yeah, yeah. You prayed away my doubts and fears. You prayed my visions into reality. Mother of virtue and wisdom, you left those qualities in me. You break the wicked mouths of me. Your godly correction you gave me when no one has believed in me. Mama, you did, my dear. Wonderful and gracious, Mom. You prayed for me and made me strong. You prayed for me, you prayed for me, yeah, yeah. You prayed away my doubts and fears. You prayed my visions into reality. You prayed for me, you prayed for me, yeah, yeah. You prayed away my doubts and fears. You prayed my visions into reality. You prayed for me, you prayed for me. You placed me in my destiny. You gave me life, you gave me love. The greatest gift you gave was Christ. Oh, oh, mama, yeah, mama, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mama, yeah, mama, yeah. You love me so, oh, mama, yeah, mama, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mama, yeah, yeah. Prayed for me, you prayed for me, yeah, yeah. You prayed away my doubts and fears. You prayed my visions into reality. You prayed for me, you prayed for me, yeah, yeah. You prayed away my doubts and fears. You prayed my visions into reality. Hey, ha, ha, hey, ha, ha. Man come, man go, man live,
man die, yeah. No one never come here to stay. Our man wouldn't die every day. Children wouldn't born every day. Some man never come here to stay. Man come, man go, man live, man die, man live to love, man kill to live, yeah. No one never come here to stay. Our man wouldn't die every day. Children wouldn't born every day. No one ever come here to stay. Man live, man die, man come, man go. Oh, oh, oh. Hey. Hey. Hey, hey, how? No one ever come here to stay. Our man wouldn't die every day. Children wouldn't born every day. Someone never come here to stay. Man live, man die, man come, man go, man live. Yeah, man die, hey, hey, ha, ha. Hey, a man never come here to stay. Our man wouldn't die every day. Children wouldn't born every day. A man didn't come here to stay. Man live and love until your time comes. So just live, live, and love. Live, and love. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. So you just eat, drink, and be merry, 'cause you don't know what to.
Wow, thank you so much, Venessa. That was absolutely wonderful. And the tracks you heard there were Lord Remind Me, My Footsteps Were Ordered by the Lord, and Mama's Prayer. And then I threw in a very special one there for Venessa, and that was Ranchie McLean, Venessa's father, and that's Man Come, Man Go. That was from 1975 on the Opal record label. Now let's have another